or reaction to yesterday's presidential address. Let's first get that and I shall come back to you. Robert Chagulanyi is speaking to the nation.
Well, a very good morning to you, Romeo Wisiku, and we're coming to you live from Magere at the home of the National Unity Platform presidential candidate Robert Chagulanyi, and we're going to be having a one-on-one in regards to the president's speech yesterday. For those of you that followed that speech, the president came out strongly about the riots and calling some of the leaders irresponsible leaders who invite people to come in and congregate in this time of the COVID-19 pandemic. So with me is Honorable Robert Chagulanyi, the National Unity Platform presidential candidate. A very good morning to you, Honorable Chagulanyi.
Good morning to you, Ali. Good morning, viewers, yes. Ugandans here and abroad.
Yes, what I picked from the president's speech, some of the key issues that people like you, Robert Chagulanyi, the leaders, some leaders, you act irresponsibly, inviting people to come and gather in this time of the COVID-19 pandemic. What do you make of this?
Well, first of all, I want to make it categorically clear that we don't invite the people to come and congregate. The yearning for freedom, the yearning for change, the yearning for our message, which has been blocked for a long time, is what drives the droves of people to come to listen to us, and we speak to them. But most importantly, I want to assert it that the irresponsible leader is a leader who orders for the mass murder of Ugandans and armed citizens being shot at by the military and police, and that is Yoweri Museveni.
The other thing, before I go to the numbers of the people that were killed and the compensation issue, in his quote, people like Robert Chagulanyi, some leaders think that they are untouchable, and he said that actually this should never be repeated. Are you untouchable, Honorable Robert Chagulanyi?
Well, I am not untouchable, and Museveni should not reduce this to Chagulanyi. Let us talk about justice. Museveni should know that justice is untouchable. Freedom is untouchable. You cannot block justice. You cannot block freedom. And that is why people rise up whenever they see an injustice. So it is not about me. It is about injustice. And Museveni should remember that he cannot contain freedom. He cannot contain justice. The people of Uganda will be free. Oppressed people cannot be oppressed forever.
Yeah. And then lastly from me, the issue of compensation, because the president promised that actually those that lost their loved ones in these riots are going to be compensated only if the deceased were not among the rioters. If I can recall well, the number stands at 32. He said the 32 that were killed were actually rioters. What do you make of this compensation?
First of all, I disagree with the numbers that Museveni is putting forth. As you know, it has been the habit of President Museveni and his government to lie about the numbers of people that have been massacred. They lied about the numbers of the people that were massacred in Kasese. They lied about the numbers of people that were massacred in 2009. And yes, they are lying yet again with the numbers of the people of Uganda who were massacred in November, less than 2 weeks ago. Museveni himself, first of all, he accepted that he ordered the military to come and sort the demonstrators and protesters out. And yes, indeed, they sorted them out by shooting them dead. Now, our human rights desk has been overwhelmed by numbers and claims of people who have died, people who have disappeared, and yes, people that are ailing with bullet wounds in hospitals. We completely disagree with the numbers that are presented by the police, because these are the very murderers. You cannot trust the perpetrators of an injustice to give you the rightful numbers. We have all seen Mr. Enanga coming, lying to the nation with impunity, even about things that were happening live on camera. Enanga, on behalf of Uganda Police, comes and lies. So we disagree with the numbers that Museveni is presenting. We know that more than 200 people were murdered. And yes, majority of these people were not even involved in those protests. These are people that were going about their normal business. And about compensation, again, I say Museveni should be ashamed of himself. This is the same person that led an armed struggle that consumed more than 500,000 people. He has been for 35 years promising compensation to the people of Luweero, and indeed compensation to the people of northern Uganda. But he has never, come clean with his promise. Now, I want to tell Mr. Museveni that We, the people of Uganda, we don't want our children murdered and then compensated. We don't want to lose our lives and then compensated. We just want our lives intact. We want to be alive. You cannot buy life. You cannot pay for somebody's life. Just follow the law. Just stop murdering people. Museveni, stop killing unarmed civilians. Stop killing innocent people of Uganda, because you are not God.
Thank you very much, Honorable Kyagulanyi.
Thank you.
Yes, sir, that's Honorable Kyagulanyi, the National Unity Platform presidential candidate. And today he continues with these campaigns, and he will be starting from Buikwe, going to Lugazi, and concluding later on in Mukono district. So, Ali Mivlis, my name, back to you, Romeo Busiku in studio.